Hey everybody, it's week 11, our second to last lesson in the parables of Jesus. It has been a great series and I hope that you've learned a thing or two, but we're not done yet. Two more lessons, and today's one, it's a good one. Yeah, today we are reading the Gospel of Luke chapter 15, verses 1 through 3. That's right. Let's jump in to today's parable, the parable of the lost sheep. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to him. And the Pharisees and the scribes grumbled, saying, "This man receives sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable. "What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he has lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and his neighbors, saying to them, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost.' Just so, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance." This is one that I'm sure you have read before. It's even one that's quoted beyond the Christian circle. And as we set the stage for this parable, I think it's important to note that this was probably one of those shocker parables for the original audience. Actually, this whole chapter really was. See, we find Jesus talking and eating with tax collectors and sinners. That already was a big no-no in the Jewish culture. There was this old Hebrew rule that said that you should not associate with sinners. And it wasn't unfounded either, as the first psalm warns us to be wary of who you walk with and sit with. But Jesus' actions break that right out the gate. Then to make things worse, he tells them their God is not who they think he is. In this chapter, we find 3 parables about something that was lost and was found. And in 2 of these 3, the owner actually goes seeking for this lost thing. And then in the 3rd, the parable of the prodigal son, the father breaks the social norms and runs to the son while he is still far off. This was not the God that they thought they served. Now, a great Jewish scholar, C.G. Montefiore, I don't actually know how to say his last name, but I'll write it out right here so that you can go look him up on your own time. He saw here a distinctive and a revolutionary note. He said, God actively seeks out sinners and brings them home. The rabbis agreed that God would welcome the penitent sinners, but it is a new idea that God is that God is a seeking God, a God who takes the initiative. It was kind of the understanding before this that God didn't go looking for sinners. They weren't worthy of his time or his effort. But Jesus says otherwise. Not only that, but he actually lives otherwise. He's teaching these lessons, these stories, to show God's character, but look at what he's doing literally while he's teaching this. He's sitting and eating with sinners, with these lost sheep. It might seem like a simple and like a minimal effort thing to eat with someone, but in these times you didn't just eat with anyone. To eat with someone meant that you were willing to associate with them, that you loved them or at least approved of them. In Jesus' life, we see him going out to find the blind and the mute, to heal them. They were seen as outcasts, as they probably earned their sin or their ailment because of their sins. And we also see him call out to Zacchaeus, a tax collector, a sinner. And he says, "I want to dine with you in your house tonight." Now, as we break into small groups tonight, I want to note 2 things about this parable. The first is about the 99. Now, it doesn't seem logical to leave 99 sheep for one, but the shepherd does this because he knows that they're safe. It has nothing to do with valuing the one over the 99. It's not like the 99 sheep were mean to the one, or they hated the one and that's why it ran away. No, the sheep was dumb. It represents sinners that run away from God. That's why it was lost. And the shepherd knew that the 99 would be safe together and that he would find them exactly where he left them when he returned. The second thing, though, is about the way that the shepherd carries the sheep. When he finds it, Jesus says that he lays it on his shoulders rejoicing. He's not mad or frustrated with the sheep for getting lost. He's not angry at it for running away. He's overjoyed that he found it. He's excited that it's safe and that it's returning home with him. So tonight, as we think about this lesson, what then does this teach us about God? What about who he is and how he deals with sinners? What does it say about us? What does it teach us how to live more like Christ? Let's talk about that.